Randy, you were drafted in 1974, and with football, it's evolved so much. I want you to talk about being drafted 14th overall in 74, and where were you? Were you watching it? What was the scene like? I just want you to set the stage for our listeners because we see how the draft typically runs now, and obviously this year it was completely different, where you saw it in Roger Goodell's basement. But how was the draft process for you back in '74?
Well, it was completely black and white, nowhere compared to today. I remember my senior year in college at Ohio State. I had to go to some scouts because they started telling me my senior year, Randy, you're pretty good. You could get drafted in the NFL. So I was curious about that, and then so I asked a scout. I said, "How do you know you get drafted?" We said, "Well, give us your phone number and we'll call you." And so that, there was no New York City, there was no combines, there was no flying everybody in. It was about, you got to sit at your phone on a mainline phone and wait for somebody in the NFL to call you on the first day or the second day kind of thing. And so I didn't personally didn't even know where they were drafting from. And then you figure out it's, New York. And then I got a call from the Denver Broncos, John Ralston. He said, "Hey, Randy, we picked you up and we're glad to have you," kind of thing. And so he just waited and sat it in the room next to the mainline phone system the whole day. Got the call, and I was just totally ecstatic because, the bottom line is I come from a very small community in Northeast Ohio out in the country. We didn't even start playing football till I was in ninth grade. I got recruited to go to college. My goal was to graduate and get a degree in 4 years, and I got a BS in education. And then my senior year, and I didn't really even know anything about the NFL. And then all of a sudden, NFL senior year, you're pretty good. We'll draft you. So and then ended up playing for the Broncos for 10 years and being part of that Orange Crush and that evolution of going to the first Broncos Super Bowl.
Randy, for years, Broncos fans have complained about the team's representation in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's gotten a little better in recent years as more and more guys have been inducted. But one of the big one of the names that's an oversight for sure is the fact that you're not in Canton. I know there's kind of been some campaigns, and your name has been out there, and it's getting closer and closer and closer. What are your thoughts on that? Is it something you give much time to or consideration to, or what do you think about the Hall of Fame situation and the fact that you should be there and you're not there yet?
Well, the Hall of Fame, like any other honors, it's an honor. And if you think about it, either from high school to college or professional, you're given an honor. People recognize you on the outside. I've never tried.
Uh-oh. Did we lose him?
And so, you rely on whatever the committees are, and then you receive an honor. And so I really haven't I don't think about it very often. I would consider it a great honor if that does happen. But, it's been 35 years or 30-some years being out. And, why it's not happened, I don't really know that answer. And so, I don't worry about it at all. And if I get a call one of these days, it would be a great honor, and I'd be excited to be able to represent the Broncos organization along with that Orange Crush era from back in the 70s and 80s.
Well, you should definitely be there. Hopefully the call will come soon. You were a tackling machine during your years. You were part of one of the best defenses in NFL history. Just a truly great player. I'll never forget where I was when you had the 93-yard interception return in Cleveland that bounced off Tom Jackson's leg, one of the craziest plays in Broncos history. So it was,
and that was the longest run I ever ran in my life.
Yeah, you were definitely kind of grasping for air by the end of it, but just all sorts of highlights. Nobody was better on short yardage in terms of playing middle linebacker than you. So just a treat to have you on with us today, and I really, really appreciate you joining us.